Hello everyone, welcome to my video on an important Python Tkinter project. In this video, we will write a program for finance management system in Python Tkinter with MySQL database to manipulate our data. So first, you have to install MySQL with MySQL Workbench, and then you have to open MySQL Workbench. And here, this is MySQL Workbench. I will open it, and after a small while when it will be opened, then we have to create database and table. Okay, so it is opened, and now I have to click or choose this option, local instance MySQL. So here you have to enter your password. You have to create this password while installing MySQL. Okay, and here you have to provide the same password. Okay, so here I have to add my password. Okay, and next I have to create a new database. So here I will type query create database, and then you can enter any name for your database. For example, I can add name finance. Okay, so now you will click this execute button, and in the result of this execution, this finance database will be created. Okay, but I have already a database, so I will connect with that existing database. Okay, for this I have to select this database option, and then I will choose this first option, connect to database. Okay, and here I have to enter name of my database, that is record, or in short this is rec. Okay, so I will click OK, and then here I have to create a table. Okay, so here I will create table by using this keyword create. Okay, create table, and then you have to enter name of table. Okay, so my name should finance. Okay, finance, and here I have to add some columns inside this table. Okay, for example, first column should type. Okay, so also you can use short way. For example, I can add only income. Okay, income, its type should integer, its size I will set 8 or 10. Okay, and then here expense. Okay, expense, and here sorry expense, and here its type should also integer, and then I will set its size. Okay, and then balance. Okay, balance, and its type also should integer type. Okay, and I will set size 10. Now I have only three columns in this finance table, that is income, okay, expense, and balance. Okay, this is our balance. It can be positive or negative. If this is negative, then our organization or company is in loss, otherwise it is in profit. Okay, so now I have to create this table with these three columns. So I will click this execute button. Okay, so this table is created successfully. Now I will minimize it, and then I have to start my Python code. Okay, so I will open here uh, a folder. You can create any folder anywhere inside your computer. So I have folder inside my E drive. Okay, and here this is Python projects folder. I will open it. Okay, and these are my existing Python files, but I have to create new files. These are our previous files. Okay, so here in address bar I will click, and then I will search cmd. So here I have opened command prompt, and then I have to open code space dot. This is command line to open command VS Code. So we will use VS or Visual Studio Code as a code editor. Okay. So now I will click enter key from my keyboard, and after a small while this is our VS Code, and I will close this existing file. Okay. So also I have to close this. Okay, so now I have to create new file. Okay, so here I will go this explorer option, and these are my existing files in Python project folder. Okay, but I have to create new file. So here I will choose this option. Okay, and then here I can add any name. So I will use finance. Sorry, finance. Okay, so this is my file name. Now I have to define extension. Here you can see this is no any icon. So here when I will add .py, then here this is icon for Python. Okay, so this is finance.py for Python file. Okay, and file name is finance. Okay, so this file is created successfully. Now I will hide this. Okay, so here I have to start my Python code. So first I have to create class by using class keyword, and I can set any name for my class. For example, I will set only fin. Okay, or you can insert name finance or any other name. Okay, so this is our class, and now I have to define a constructor for my class. Okay, by using def keyword, and then double underscore init or initiate, and then again underscore, and then pair of parentheses, and here I have to pass two arguments. First is self, and then other is root. You can use any other name instead of root, but commonly we use root. That's why I am also using this root. Okay, so now here I have to initialize this root, self root. Okay, self dot root. Okay, and I have to initialize it. Sorry, here I have to initialize it with root. Okay, so now I have to create main window and then object for my class. Okay, so first I will create window. So this is our main window. So this main window is part of Tkinter. So first I have to import Tkinter to use its widgets. Okay, so here I will import Tkinter. This is Tkinter. Okay, as Tk. Okay, so Tk is alias for Tkinter, and we can use it as an object. Okay, so here I have to access main window from Tkinter. So here I have to access it by using this object Tk, and then accessor, that is dot operator, and then name of widget, that is Tk. Okay, so this Tk is with capital T. Okay, and then this is our main window. Now I have to create object for this finance class. Okay, so I can set any name. So here I will use object, and then name of class is finance, and here I will pass root. Okay, so this is our object, and now I have to access main loop. Okay, so root dot main loop. This main loop is used to execute our project, and it is also used to handle all the events in our project. Okay, so next inside this constructor I have to create a title. Okay, for our main window. So here I will use self dot root. Okay, self dot root, and then dot title. Okay, now I have to set any title for my project. So this is finance management. Okay, so now I will save it, and then I will execute it to show you output. So what will happen, we will see. So this is our main window, that was Tk. Okay, or you can say it as a uh, main window or routine window or user interface window. Okay, so its size is very small. We have to set it according to the size of our this device screen. Okay, so I will close this, and now sorry, here I will go next here. Okay, and now I have to get width of my screen and then height of my screen to set or assign this value to our screen or main window. Okay, so here I have to declare a global variable self dot width. Okay, now this is global variable. If you have to declare local variable, then you have to remove self dot from here. Okay, now this width is a local variable. Otherwise, if you have to declare it globally, then you have to use self dot with it. Okay, So in this way you can use this variable anywhere inside your project. Okay, otherwise you cannot use it inside any other function. Okay, so here I have to get width of my screen. Okay, so self dot root dot, I have to use winfo method. This method returns us information of any widget. Okay, so now we have to get information of screen width. Okay, so here I will define screen width. Okay, so in this way this method will return us width of our screen, and we will assign this value to this global variable with name self.width. In the same way we have to get height of our screen. So this was width, now we have to get height. Okay, and then self dot root dot winfo method. Okay, winfo underscore screen height. Okay, so we are getting these values by using these winfo methods, and we are assigning them to these global variables. Okay, so next I have to set size of this main window according to width and height of our screen. Okay, so we can set it in this way, self dot root. Okay, dot, so here I have to use geometry method. Okay, geometry method, and now I have to use formatting string. This formatting string can carry uh, variable value and string value. So here I have to use variable value. So here I have to use pair of braces, curly braces. Okay, so first I have to use this variable. Okay, so here I will use self dot width. Okay, and then I have to multiply it with height. Okay, so here I will use self dot height. Okay, and then I have to start this window from first row and from first column. Okay, so this is plus 0 and plus 0 for first column and first row. Okay, so now I will save it, and then I will execute it once again. So first I have to close that previous output, and this is our previous output. I will close it. Okay, and now this is our new output. Okay, so now you can see size of this main window is according to size of our screen. Okay, so I will close it, and also I will close the terminal. Okay, and next I have to set a title or label. Okay, for title. So here I have to set title. So here I will use tk dot label. So this label is widget of our Tkinter. So I have to access it by using this tk. Okay, tk dot label. Now we are accessing this label widget from Tkinter. Okay, so now I have to create this label inside our root window. Okay, so self, okay, sorry, self dot root. Okay, so we have to create it in our root window. Then we have to set text by using text property. So we can set any text. For example, I can set finance. Okay, finance management system. Okay, and then here I have to use border size by using bd property, or you can use also border property. Okay, so here I will use size 4, and then I will use relief property to set border style, and here I will use groove style. You can use any other style. And next I have to set font styles by using font property. Okay, and here I have to pass more than one values. That's why I am using tuple. Okay, so by using this pair of parentheses, we can pass values in tuple. Okay, so first I have to define uh, family, font family. So I like Arial. That's why I am using Arial. Now I will set size, font size, and then I will set style. I will set style bold. Okay, and then here you can use background color by using bg property or background property. I will use bg property, and here I will use background color. I can use any background color. For example, I will use a light green. Okay, light green. So these are some properties along with their values. Okay, so I think this is enough. Now I have to set its position. So we can set positions by using three methods. First is pack method, second is place method, and third is grid method. Okay, so first we will use pack method, and I will explain that why are we using these methods. Okay, so here I will use title. So now this will work as an object title dot pack. I am using pack method. Okay, we use pack method when we have to set a specific side of any widget. Okay, so this pack method provide us side property. So here I will use side property, and I will enter side top. Okay, if you have to create it in the bottom, then you can set side bottom. If you have to create it in right side, then here you can assign value right. Okay, but I have to set it in the top, so here I have assigned value top to side property. Okay, now I will save it, and then I will execute it. Okay, so now here you can see this is our finance management system title, and in fact this is our label widget. Okay, and now its background color is light green, and this is its border size and border style, but it should filled horizontally. Okay, so I can fill it in x-axis. So I will close this, and also I will close this, and here I will use fill property. Okay, and now I have to fill it in x-axis. Okay, so now I will save it, and then I will execute it once again, and now you can see that it is filled horizontally, or it is filled in x-axis. Okay, so this is our label widget or our main title. So I will close this, and then I have to create here two frames. Okay, here I have to create first frame. Okay, and then here I have to create second frame for details. Okay, so I will close this and then this. Okay, so now here I have to create our first frame. Okay, so now I have to comment out to help you that you will able to find that where was our first frame, where was our second frame. Okay, so here I can comment it by using this sharp sign, and this is our uh, first frame, or it can also our add frame. Okay, add frame, and now I have to create frame. Okay, so now frame is also widget of Tkinter, so we have to access it by using Tk. Okay, so now I will create first frame. This is add frame. Okay, frame, and then here I have to use Tk dot frame. Okay, now I have to create this frame in our root window, so self dot root. Okay, and then I have to set its background color. Okay, but first I will set its border size by using border or bd property. So I will set 5 size, and then I have to set style. So by using relief property, I can set any style. So I will use reddish. Okay, and next I have to set background color by using background or bg property. Okay, and then here you can use any value for background color. For example, I can set here white, I can set here red. Okay, you can set any value, but if you want to use multiple colors but you cannot remember multiple names, so I can tell you a trick. Okay, so here I will define a function. Okay, by using def keyword. Now this is our function of only single line. You can use any name for your function. I will use color. Okay, and here I will pass some arguments. First is self, second is R for red, and G for green, and B for blue. Okay, and here I will use colon, and next it will return us. So here I have to use return keyword of formatting string. Okay, so here I have to use hexadecimal colors. So here I will use sharp sign and then here I have to use I have to use R for red, okay, and then here I have to pass some value, sorry, no, not here, here I have to use, this is pair, okay, and now here I have to use 0 to x, and then here for green I will use G, and then 0 to x, and then for blue I will use B and 0 to x, okay, 0 to x, okay. So now this is function of only single line, okay. So here I can use this function for background color. You can use it anywhere where you have to use a color, okay. So here I will call this function, this is self dot color function, okay, and now here I can pass any value. For example, for red I will enter value 200, okay, and for green I will pass value to 10, and for blue I can add 180, okay. So now it will our background color, okay. I will show you in output. So next I have to set its size and its position. So here I have to use place method, okay. So why we have to use place method I will explain. Add frame dot place, okay. So now this place method provide us with property, okay, and here we can set width of this this frame, okay. For example, I can create width of this frame 300, okay, and then it also provide us height property, and here I can add height 400, okay, and it can provide us x property for horizontal padding, okay, or padding in x axis. So here I will enter value 30, okay, and it provide us y property for vertical padding, okay. So for this I will add 100, okay. So now I will save it and then I will execute it to show you output. Now this is our frame, okay, but I think its size is very small. I have to increase some width and height. Okay, so if you have to increase or decrease width or height, then you can add or remove values. Okay, so but it is some difficult, okay. So here I can add some pixel, for example I can add 350, here I can add 500, but it is difficult to find our perfect frame size, okay. I can define a trick to set a perfect frame size, okay. So first I will remove this value from here, okay. Now I will use this global variable that contains total width of our screen, okay. So I will use it here, self dot width. Now this is total width of our screen, but we have not to create such a frame, okay. We have to create some small frame, okay. So I can divide it by 2, okay. In this way uh, width of our frame will half of our total width of our screen, okay. And here this is height, here I can use height self dot height, okay. So this is total height, okay, and then I can destruct some pixels from total height. I can destruct 180 from total height, okay. Now I will save it and then I will execute it, okay. Now you can see this is our height, okay, because I have destructed some pixels from total height of our screen, okay, and I have subtracted 180 pixels from total height, so this becomes a gap from here to here, okay. And now this was uh, total width divided by 2, so this is total width of this screen. But if I want to decrease some width from this frame, so I can divide it by 3, okay. I will close this and then here I will divide it by 3, okay, and now I will save it and then I will execute it once again. Now you can see this is perfect frame size. Okay, and if you want to add 50 more pixels with this frame, then you have to add only 50 pixels with it. For example, here I can add by using plus sign, then I can use 50, and if I have to subtract 50 pixel, then I will subtract it 50 pixel from total width. Okay, so in this way you can set any size of your frame. Okay, but I will divide with 3 of total width. Okay, so now this is our frame. So in the same way I have to create one more frame. Okay, so this is our detail frame. So detail frame. So now I have to create frame, detail frame. Okay, I have to create this frame in our root window. So tk dot sorry tk dot frame. Okay, and I have to create it in our root window, self dot root. Okay, and then I have to use body property for border size, relief property for border style. Okay, and then I have to set background color by using bg property, and here I will call self dot color function to set background color, and here I will increase uh, this blue. Okay, and I will set to 10 for red, and 200 for green, and sorry 180 for green. Okay, I will use 180 for green and 200 for blue. Okay, now this will provide us a new color. Okay, and then I have to use place method once again, detail frame dot place method. Okay, and then I will use width. Okay, this is width property, and I will get total width, self dot width. This global variable is carrying total width of our screen. Okay, now I have to divide it by 2. Okay, and then I have to get height. So this is our total height of our screen. I have to subtract 180 pixel from total height, and then here I have to use x for horizontal padding, and I will assign 30, and for y or vertical padding I will use 100. Okay, so I will save it, and then I will execute it to show you output. Now this is our frame, but it is overriding. Okay, our add frame is hidden. So now what I have to do to handle this problem? Only I have to increase value of padding of x. Okay, or horizontal padding. Okay, so I will close this, and I will close this. Okay, so here I have to increase total padding. Okay, so first I have to get total width of this screen. Okay, sorry, frame, that is add frame. Okay, so here I will use self. Okay, dot width, this is total width, and I will divide it by 3. Now this is size of this add frame. Okay, and then here I will add some more pixels. Okay, so first 30 of for this padding for this first frame, and then 30 for padding for this second frame. Okay, so here I will add 60 pixels. Okay, 60. Now 30 pixels are for add frame, and 30 pixels are for detail frame. Okay, and then this self dot width divided by 3 is total width of our add frame. Okay, now I will save it, and then I will execute it. Now you can see this is our output. Okay, now this is looking beautiful. So this was 30 pixel for this padding, and 30 pixel for this padding. Okay, and self dot width divided by 3 is this gap. Okay, from here to here. Now I have to increase width of this frame. Okay, I can increase it, or also I can increase padding here. Okay, also this padding and padding between these two frames. Okay, so I can increase padding. Okay, so now here I will set padding here 80. Okay, 80, and here I will add 160. Okay, so now I will save it and then I will execute it to show you output. Okay, so this is our output. So now I think this is perfect, but if you want to decrease some padding, then you can decrease it. Okay, so for example, I can decrease 10 values from here. Okay, here I will set 70, and also here I will use 140. Okay, so now these are paddings. So next I have to create some widgets in our add frame, and then I have to create a table to show you all information about your company. But first I have to work inside our add frame. So here I will create some widgets in our add frame. Okay, so first I have to create first label. Okay, so label is for uh, amount. Okay, amount label. Okay, this is amount label, and tk dot label. As you know, that label is a widget of Tkinter, so I have to access it by using tk dot. Okay, and I have to create it in our add frame. Okay, now we are creating our widgets in add frame. So here I will use add frame. Okay, so next I have to set text. Okay, by using text property. So here I will use amount. Okay, amount, and then here I have to set its background color. I will use bg property. Okay, and then I will use same background color as used for our add frame. Okay, so I will copy this from here, so I will paste it now here. Okay, so this is background color of our label widget. Okay, and then here I have to use font property, and then here I will use uh, font family Arial. Okay, and then size I will set 15, and then I will set it bold. Okay, so this is our text value, background color, and font style. Okay, so now I have to set its position. Now I am going to use our third method to set size, that is grid. Okay, amount label dot grid. So this grade provide us a row number and column number. I mean, it provide us a row property and column property. Okay, so first I will use row property. Now I have to create this widget in our first row and in our first column of first row, and then it also provide us pad x property for horizontal padding. Here I will use 20. Okay, and it also provide us pad y property for vertical padding. So here I will use 30. Okay, or you can use any other value. Okay, so now I will save it and then I will execute it to show you output. Okay, now here you can see this is our label inside our add frame. Okay, amount, and because its background color was same as background color of our add frame, that's why it is showing you a beautiful output. Okay, if you do not use background color, same background color, then it will show you uh, awkward output. Okay, for example, I will remove this background color from here. Okay, so I will remove this from here. Okay, I will cut it from here. Okay, and then I will save it and then I will execute it. Now here you can see this is not looking pretty. Okay, so I will close it and then I will use same background color that was used for our add frame. Okay, so next I have to create input field in the front of this label. Okay, so this is our, because we have to get amount. Okay, so here I will declare global uh, widget. Sorry, this can our variable, or also it can our object. Okay, self dot amount in. Okay, so this was amount label, or you can write only amount, self dot amount. Now this is global, so you can use this object anywhere inside your this project. you can use it inside different functions. Okay, so here I have to create input field, and that is tk.entry. Okay, and I have to create it in our add frame. Okay, so this is our add frame, and then you can use border by using bd property. I will use size 2. Okay, and you can use width property. So here I will use width 20. Okay, and then you can use font property. So here I will use Arial font family, and I will set 15, and I will not set it bold. Okay, I will go next. Okay, and now I have to set its position, self dot amount. Okay, dot grid. Now we are using grid layout. Okay, so a row, I have to define row. So it will be created in our first row, but in our second column of our first row I have to define padding. I will set 10 value for horizontal padding, and for pad y I will set value 30. Okay, now I will save it, and then I will execute it to show you output. Okay, now you can see this is our output. Okay, this is our amount label, and here we have to insert amount. Okay, then here I have to create another label for type, amount type, and here I have to get amount by using the same input field or entry widget. Then we have to create 3 buttons. Okay, so I will close this, and also I will close this. Okay, so now I have to create one more label. So this is type label. Okay, type label, and here I have to use tk dot label. Okay, and then I will copy these properties along with their values, and then I will paste them here. Okay, and next I have to set its layout, or I have to set its position. So type label dot grid. Okay, and I have to use row property. Now I have to create it in our second row, and in our first column of second row, and pad x I will enter value 20, and for pad y I will enter value 30. And next I have to create input field once again. So self dot type. Okay, and here I will use tk dot entry. Okay, and now I will copy all these properties with their values, and then I will paste them here. Okay, and now I have to set its position to. So here self dot type. Okay, dot grade. Okay, and row number, so I have to create it in our second row, and column I have to create it in our second column, and for pad x I will enter value 10, and for pad y I will enter value 30. Okay, so now this first was for amount, and second is for amount type. Okay, and next I have to create button. Okay, so first is our income button, second is our expense button, third is our audit button. Okay, so here our income button. Okay, income button, and here I have to create button tk dot button, because this button is also a widget of our Tkinter, so we have to access it by using tk. Okay, so now we have to create this button in our add frame. Okay, and we have to set its border size. I will set 2. So I have to set border style by using relief property. So I will set size style raised. Okay, and here I will set width. So I will set width 20. Okay, and then I will use font property. Okay, so font property I will pass values in tuple. So Arial font family, and 20 size, and I will set it bold. Okay, and you can use any other value according to your requirement. And next I have to set text on this button. So this should for income. Okay, income, and then this is type. Okay, I think this is enough. Now I have to set its layout. Okay, so income button dot grid. Okay, so now I have to create it in our third row and in first column of third row. Okay, and pad X I will enter value 30, and for pad Y I will enter value 40. Okay, now I will save it and then I will execute it to show you output. Okay, now this is our income button. Okay, but here I am facing a problem that our input fields are not appearing in our add frame. Okay, so why is this problem? This problem is because of large size of this income button. Okay, so we are creating this button in first column. Okay, so now first column starts from here to here. Okay, and this is including paddings. Okay, so our first column, sorry, yes, first column is from here to here, and after this our second column starts. So our second column uh, becomes out of the frame. Okay, so I have to set this problem by using a method or property that is column span. Okay, so we will merge two columns for this button. Okay, so we will apply this method. I will close this and also I will close this. Okay, so here I will use column span. So here I will use column span property and I will merge two columns. So I will save it and then I will execute it to show you output. Now you can see that everything is in its proper place. Okay, so now I have to create one more button. So I will close this and also I will close this. Okay, so now I have to create one more button. This is expense button. Okay, expense button, tk dot button. So this is part of Tkinter. Now I will copy all these values from here and then I will paste them here. Okay, so now I have to change only text value. So here I will set expense. Okay, then I have to set its position. So this is uh, expenses button. Okay, dot grade. So here I will use grade, and then here I have to create it in our fourth row and first column. Okay, and padding I will set 30. Okay, for horizontal padding, and for vertical padding I will use 40, and I will use column span to merge two columns. Okay, and in the same way I have to create one more button, that is edit button. Okay, edit button, and here I have to use tk dot button. Okay, I have to create it in our add frame. Okay, add frame, and I can also paste copied values. Okay, and only I have to change this text value. Okay, so this is our edit. Okay, edit button. I will go next, and here I have to set its position. Edit button dot grid, and here I have to create it in our fifth row, and column I will use first column, and for pad X I will enter value 30, for pad Y I will enter value 40, and I will use column span to merge two columns. Okay, now I will save it and then I will execute it to show you output. Okay, so I think I should decrease the padding. Okay, because this button is outside the body of this add frame. Okay, so I will decrease some values. Okay, so where I am using pad Y, I will select this. Okay, and then I will use here control plus shift plus L. Okay, now these all pad Y properties where value is 40 is selected. Okay, and now here I will use 30. Okay, so here I will use 30, and now I will save it and then I will execute it. Okay, so now you can see these are our three buttons: income, expense, and audit. If we have to add income, then here we will enter amount and amount type, and then here I will click income. Okay, and when I have to add expense, then in the same way I will click this expense button, and when we have to check balance, that if our company is in profit and if it is in loss, okay, then we have to click this audit button to see our balance or audit, and I will close this. Now I have to make functional all these buttons, okay, income and expense. Now before making them functional, I have to create widgets in our detail frame, okay. So first I have to set a title here in our detail frame. So now I have to work in our detail frame, okay. So here I will use a label, okay. So label, and here I will set tk dot label, okay, and I have to create this label in our detail frame, okay. So detail frame, now I have to set text. So I will set text, you can use any text. So this is for details, okay, or audit details, okay, details. And then here I have to set its background color, but first I will use border bd size, sorry, property, and I will set border size, okay. I will set 3, and border style by using a relief property, and here I will set groove, okay, and then here I will set background color by using bg property, okay. So now I will copy these values of color function from here, and then I will paste them here, okay. Now I will make some changes. For example, here I will use 110, okay, and here I will use okay, here I will use 150, okay. So next, this is label, and here I have to set its position. So label dot pack, okay, I have to use pack method, and here I will use side property, and I will set side top, okay, and then I will fill it in x axis, okay. So here I will choose x, and now I will save it, and then I will execute it to show you output. So this is audit details, but I have to increase font size, okay. So I will close this, and also I will close this, and now here I have to use font family, okay. So sorry, font property, here I have to use font property, and font family should Arial, okay. And next I have to set size 30, and I will set them bold, okay. So now I will save and then execute. Now you will see this is audit details. This is our label. Okay. So now here I have to create table inside this detail frame. So I will close this, and then I will close this. Okay. So next I have to define function. Okay. So here I will use def keyword. Okay. And here I have to call function. Okay. Sorry, I have to define function. So this can tab function. You can use any other name. Here I will pass self as an argument, and in this detail frame I have to create first an other frame. Okay, so here I will create frame. So this frame can tab frame. Okay, tab frame. So I have to create frame by using tk dot frame keyword, okay, and I have to create this frame in our detail frame. So here I will use detail frame, but it is showing us an error because we are using this detail frame in our function, okay. So this is local here, not global. That's why we are facing this error. If you have to escape from this error, then you have to declare this detail frame globally, okay. So I will select this, and then I will press Ctrl plus Shift plus L. Now all detail frames are selected. Now I have to use self dot with them. Okay, now our error is removed successfully because now our detail frame is global. Okay, so we can use it in any other function. So next I have to set BD property. For border size I will use 5 value, and border style by using relief property I will set radius. Okay, and background color, so I can use any background color. So here I will use PG property, here I will use cyan. Okay, so this is background color. I will go next, and I have to set its position, and I have to define its width and height. So here I have to use place method because place method provide us such facilities. Okay, so here tab frame dot place, and then here I have to use width property. So now I have to get width of our detail frame because we have to create it inside our detail frame. So first we have to get size of our detail frame. Okay, so this is width of our detail frame, and now I have to subtract some pixels from total size of this detail frame. Okay, so I will distract 40 or 50. Okay, 40. Okay, so 40, and then height. So I will get height, total height of this frame. So I will copy from here, and then I will paste it here. Okay, so this is total height of our detail frame. So I have to distract some more pixels. Okay, so here I will use 220. Okay, or 280. Okay, 280, and then here I have to use X property. For horizontal padding I will enter value 18 or 17. Okay, and then here I will use Y for vertical padding, and here I will use value, okay, 70. Okay, so now I will call this function here to show you output. Okay, so self dot tab function, and now I will save it, and then I will execute it. Okay, so now you can see this is our frame. Okay, so this was our frame with name tab frame. Okay, so I can increase some height, and other things are perfect, but I should increase some height. Okay, so I will close this, and also I will close this, and here I will decrease to 75 or to 70. Okay, now I will save it, and then I will execute it. So now this is perfect. Okay, so this is our new tab frame, and we have to create our table inside this tab frame. Okay, so I will close this, and also I will close this. Okay, so next I have to create tables, but first I have to set scroll bars for bottom scroll bar and vertical scroll bar. So first is our X scroll. Okay, X scroll, and here I have to create scroll bar tk dot scroll bar, and I have to create the scroll bar in our tab frame. Okay, and I have to use orient property, and then I have to set it horizontally. Okay, and now I have to pack it. So X scroll dot pack, now I have to define its side. Okay, so I have to set it in the bottom. Okay, and then I have to fill it in x-axis. Okay, so it is our x scroll. Now I have to create y scroll. Okay, y underscore scroll. You can use any other name instead of y scroll and x scroll. Okay, tk dot scroll bar, and now I have to create it in our tab frame, and by using orient property I will use value vertical. Okay, and then I have to use y scroll. Okay, dot pack. Here I have to use pack method, and now I have to use side property, and I have to set it in the right side, and I have to fill it in y axis. Okay, So I will save it and then I will execute it. So now you can see these are our scroll bars. Okay, this is our X scroll and this is our Y scroll. Okay, and now after this I have to create table here. Okay, so I will close this and also I will close this. So I will go next. Now I have to create table. So self dot table. Okay, so you can use any other name. I am using table. Okay, so ttk. So here this is an error for ttk. I have to import ttk from tkinter. Okay, from tkinter. Okay, I will choose this tkinter. Okay, import. I have to import ttk. Okay, so here I can use ttk. Now you can see that error is removed from ttk. Okay, so ttk dot tree view. So in fact name of this widget is tree view and we call it table. Okay, and now I have to create it in our tab frame. Okay, so this is our tab frame and next I have to create uh, or I have to set this X scroll and Y scroll with this table. Okay, so here first I will use X scroll command property and here I will use X scroll dot set. Okay, and then I will use Y scroll command and here I will use Y scroll. Okay, dot set because we have to set them with this table. Okay, now I will go to next line. Okay, and here I have to create some columns in our table by using column property and I have to pass more than one values. That's why I am using here this tuple. Okay, so first I will set name for first column. This is our income. Okay, income. Second is our expense and third is our audit. Okay, so these are total three columns. And next, now I have to pack this table too. So here I will use self dot table. Okay, I will select table dot pack. Okay, sorry, I have to pack it and then here I have to define fill property and I have to fill it in both sides. Okay, and then I have to use expand property and I will assign value 1. So it will be created in the whole frame. Okay, otherwise it will be show you in half frame. Okay, so next I want to show you output. If I will remove this expand from here. Okay, now I will save it and then I will execute it. Okay, so here you can see this is our table but it is not filled here. Okay, so we have to create uh, completely filled in our this frame, tab frame. Okay, so these are our columns. This is our first column, second column and third column. Okay, but you cannot see any heading here because still we have to set heading for these columns. Okay, so here we will use expand property and we will assign 1, then it will be filled here. Okay, so I will close this and also I will close this and here I will use expand. Okay, and I will assign 1. Now I will save it and then execute and now you can see this is completed field in it. Okay, so these are scroll bars filled according to the size of our frames. Okay, sorry, columns. So I will close this and also I will close this. Okay, so now first I have to set headings. So here self dot table. Okay, and dot heading. So this heading method is used to set heading for these columns. Okay, first column is inc or income. I will set text property and I will assign value. So first is income. Okay, and I will go next and here I will use self dot table. Okay, dot heading and here I will use expense. Okay, and here I will use text property and I will set expense. Okay, and next I have to set audit or balance. Okay, so self dot table. Okay, and here I will use heading, and now this is audit, and here I will use, sorry, here, okay, I will use text property and I will use name or heading balance. Okay, sorry, incorrect balance spelling, balance. Now I will save it. Okay, and then I will execute it. So now you can see in output, this is income, expense, and here you can see that our columns are not moving when we are moving this scroll bar. Okay, because we have to configure this scroll bar with this table. Okay, and here you can see an empty column, but we have to remove this empty column from here. Okay, and we have to configure these scroll bars. So I will close them and them. Okay, so next, first I will hide this empty column. So self dot table. Okay, dot, sorry, not dot, here I have to use, sorry, table, here I have to use square and then show. Okay, so now we have to show only headings. Okay, I have to show only headings. Okay, and then I have to configure these scroll bars with this table. Okay, so here I will use x scroll dot configure. Okay, and here I have to use command property, and then I will use table name self dot table dot xview. Okay, and now I have to configure scroll dot configure. Okay, and here I have to use command property and self dot table. Okay, dot by view. Okay, so it is for view. So I mean this scroll bar will work when our bottom scroll bar will be moved. Okay, so content of our table will be moved. Okay, and when our this y scroll bar will move, then our rows will move. Okay, here our columns will move and here our rows will move. Okay, so we have configured them and we have also hide our empty column. Okay, I will save it and then I will execute it once again, and now you can see this is our income, expense and balance. Okay, so now when we are moving this scroll bar, so our columns are also moving. Okay, so I will close them, and now I have to make these buttons functional. Okay, so I will close this and this. Okay, so I will go next, and here I have to define another function. Okay, here I have to use def keyword and function. First is for income. Okay, income function, and here I will pass self as a parameter and then column. Okay, so here I have to get value from here. Okay, where we were getting values, here. Okay, so these are amount, okay, and type. Okay, so in fact we have to get only amount. Okay, so we can use also type. So here, okay, we will use type also and amount also. So here I will use these variables, sorry, input fields. So first I have to use amount. Okay, amount, and here I will use self dot amount. Okay, dot get. So we can get a value from input field or entry widget by using this get method. Okay, so we are getting values from that input field and we are assigning this value to our amount variable. In the same way we have to get type. Okay, type you can, sorry, I will use only tp. Okay, and here I will use self. Okay, dot type, okay, dot get. So in this way we will get type of amount, okay, and then we will assign here, okay. So next I have to check that all input fields are filled or not, okay. So here I can set condition that if, okay, amount and TP, I mean type, okay, then okay, otherwise we will print error message, okay. So here I will use else, okay, if any input field is skipped, okay. So here I can use tk.message box, but first I have to import message box, okay. So here I will use from tkinter import message box, okay. Now we can use this message box here, okay, tk dot message, sorry, message box dot show error, okay. It will show us an error, okay. And here I will set title for this message box error, okay. And here I will print message that fill all input fields, okay, all input fields. So this message will be printed if any input field or entry widget was skipped. Okay, if all input fields are filled, then we will go inside if condition and then we have to get amount. So this amount is here a string type because our input field or entry widget return us value in string, okay, and it is integer type, so I have to convert it into integer, okay. So here I will use amount, okay, amount underscore int, okay. Now I have to convert this amount into integer, so I will call int function and here I will pass amount variable, okay. So now it will convert this string value into integer and then it will assign this value to this integer type variable, okay. So next, so now we have to add this amount in our amount column of our table. I can show you here. This is our finance table and here this is our income column and this is our expense column and this is our balance column. Okay. So here you can see this is our income income column. Okay. So we have to insert this value in our income. Okay. I will minimize it. Okay. And here I can add, but first I have to uh, define a function to connect with database, okay. So I will keep everything here and here I will define a function to connect with database, okay. Define, okay, here I have to define a function with name db function, database function. Here I have to pass self as a parameter and here I have to declare a global object self dot connection, okay. And here I have to use py mysql, but here this is an error because I have to import py mysql, okay. So here I will import, okay, import py mysql. Okay, so here you can see our error is removed from here. Okay, but still, if you have an error, then what you have to do? First, you have to install MySQL. Okay, then you have to install extension for py MySQL. How can you install this extension? You have to open terminal. Okay, new terminal, and here you have to run a command. Okay, so command is pip install, okay, py mysql. Then you will click enter key from your keyboard and in this way this extension will be added with your project or Python, okay. Then you can use py mysql, okay. So here I have added it. Now I have to access connect method, okay, connect method. So here I have to pass some arguments. First is host. So by default, our local host is our host. Okay, local host. So this is by default host and user, and by default uh, our user is root. Okay, and then I have to use password. You can add your own password if you have created. Okay, so this is my password, and then you will add your database name. Okay, so database, and here I will use name of my database, and you will enter name of your own database. Okay, so next I have to create cursor. Okay, self dot cursor, this is object. Okay, self dot connection. Now we have to access our cursor. Okay, so cursor, in this way we are connected with database, and then we are accessing cursor from database. Okay, so now we can use this function to connect with database. Okay, so here first I will set try block. Okay, try and accept, this is very useful. I will recommend you to use this try and accept block in your projects. Okay, this is very useful. So accept exception as E. Okay, and if I have any error from database or from Tkinter or from Python, then I can easily understand that what is the problem, and then I can handle that problem. Okay, so here I will print message tk dot message box dot show error. Now it will show an error. So here I will set title error. Okay, and here I will use formatting string, because this formatting string can carry variable value and string value. Okay, so here I will add a string. Okay, error, and now I will print error that exists in our E. Okay, if any exception was catch, then it exists in E, so here I will use E. Okay, and if we are not facing any problem, then we will go inside our try block, and here I will call database function. Okay, self dot db function. Okay, and now I will execute a query. Okay, so I have to insert this value, this new amount in our amount variable. Sorry, where is our yes, our amount column. Okay, so first I have to get income column. So here I will use cell. Okay, dot cursor dot execute. Okay, now I have to access this execute method to execute or run our query. Okay, now I have to execute our query, that select. Okay, so we have to select income. Okay, we have to select income from, okay, finance. Okay, okay, so select income from finance. Okay, so here it will select this income, and then we have to add new amount with this income. Okay, so here I will fetch this row. So here I will declare a local variable with name row, and here I will use self dot cursor. Okay, dot fetch one, because I have to fetch only one row. Okay, fetch one, and now I have to update it. Okay, so update upd, and here I will use row, and now I have first index of this row, and I can say that I have only one index, that is first index, and I have to add amount. So amount is in our amount underscore int variable. Okay, amount underscore int. Okay, now we will add this new entered amount with this previous value or value of our column in our finance table. Okay, and then we have to update this column. Okay, so here I will execute self dot cursor dot execute. I will call again execute method to run our query. Okay, now we have to update our income column, because now we have new income for this. Okay, so here I will use update. Okay, finance. Okay, update finance, and we have to set. Okay, so we have to set income. Okay, income, and we have to set new value. So here I will use placeholder. Okay, and here I will replace this placeholder with actual value that exists in our UPD. Okay, so update finance, set income, and then we are assigning new value to or we are adding new value to this column. Okay, so now we have to commit it. Okay, self dot connection dot commit. Okay, so why you have to commit it? When you are going to make any changes in your database, then you have to commit it. Okay, here you can see we are only selecting, we are not making any changes in our database. That's why here I was not using this commit method, but here I am updating it. It means that I am going to make any changes in our database. That's why here I am using commit method. Okay, and when it will be committed successfully, then we have to print message tk dot message. Okay, box dot message box dot show info. Now it will show us information. I will set title success. Okay, and now I will use formatting string that amount is added as income. Okay, so here I will use amount, so it exists in our variable. Okay, so this is in our amount underscore int, and here this is variable value. Okay, here I will use amount. Now this is string. Okay, so amount of, so now I have to define type. Okay, so this is in our TP. Okay, is added as income. Okay, as income. Okay, so now this is for income. Okay, so now I have to close the connection. So here I will use self dot connection dot close, because this is our responsibility to close database connection. Okay, so now this is enough. Okay, so when we will add amount and we will click income button, then this amount will be added in our income column. Okay, we can check it. Okay, I will save it and then I will execute it. Okay, so here I can use amount. Okay, so amount I will add 5,000. Okay, so and I will add it as an income. Okay, so it is for product sale. Okay, product sale, I think. Okay, product sale. Okay, and I will click income button. Okay, so I think I have any problem because our messy box is not printed. So what is the problem? I will see once again. Okay, I think it was executing first. I will try to execute it once again, and here I will add income. So I will add 4,000. Okay, amount, sorry, it is any problem. So this is also amount and this is also amount. So I will close this and also I will close this, and here I have to set this problem. Okay, so where is our input fields? Okay, so this is our first input field. Okay, Tkinter. Okay, amount, and this is amount. Okay, and second is type. So here I should write here type. Okay, type. So this is type. Okay, and here we are getting value from type. Am I right? So here we are getting value from type. Okay, everything is fine, I think. So I will save it and then I will execute it once again. Okay, now here I will add amount 4,000. Okay, and type product or only sale. Okay, income, but still I cannot see our message box. Why is this problem? I think this problem is because of these queries. Okay, so we are using this select query and update query. So I think here we should use where clause. Okay, so particularly here when we are updating any uh, row, then here we have to use where clause with it. But for this I should define any name or ID or serial number in our row. Okay, so I will go here in our database. Okay, so first I will remove this, and here I will drop this table. Okay, first I will drop. Okay, so sorry drop table. Okay, and then table name is finance. Okay, so we have to drop it, and then we will create new table once again. So I will select it, and then I will execute it. Okay, now this is dropped successfully. So here I have to add one more column. Okay, so this can for company ABC, or for you can use also any field of company, and for any other department of company you can use any column according to your requirement. Okay, so I will use company. Okay, now I will define type, so it should varchar. Okay, I will define varchar, and then I will assign company size. Okay, so here I will set 15, and here I have to use comma. Okay, so now this is company. You can use any value for company name. Okay, and then I will go next. Okay, so here I have any problem, I think. So what is the problem? Create table. So I will see that what is the problem. Create table finance. So here first column is company with type varchar. So I will execute, and then you have an error in your syntax. Check the syntax. So where is the problem? So varchar company. Okay, finance create table. So where is the problem? Int. Okay, so here our finance, we have to define our income. Okay, income. Okay, now this is perfect. I have to execute it. So our table is created successfully. Now we have to insert temporary values in our this table. Okay, so insert, I will use insert into finance. Okay, finance. So first I have to use first column name. Okay, company. Second is income. Okay, sorry, income. And third is expense. Okay, and fourth is balance. Okay, balance. Okay, so now I have to insert values in these columns. Okay, so values, this is keyword, and here I have to insert values. So company name, because this is string type, so here I have to set values in commas. Okay, so company is ABC, any company, and then I will pass 0 for income, for expense 0, and then balance is also 0. Okay, so now I will select this, and then I will execute this. Okay, sorry, here I have to use C instead of S. Okay, and now again I will select this, and then I will execute this. Okay, now our row is inserted successfully. Now I have to make some more changes in our code. Okay, so only in table I have to create one more column. Okay, so this is company. So here I will use company or only comp. Okay, and here I will use comma, and here I will use one more heading here. Okay, self dot table. Okay, dot heading, and then here I have to use column name, that is company, and here I will use text property, and I will use heading company. Okay, okay, now this is perfect. So now I can select income from finance. Okay, where a company, okay, here I will use company, and where company is equal, and here I can use name of this company. Okay, so or even I can use only select all income from finance. Okay, I can use this only, but it is better to use where clause, where company is ABC. Okay, so here I will use company ABC. Okay, company is ABC, and here I have to update it, update finance, set income, and here I have to use where, okay, sorry, inside the commas. Okay, where, here I have to use where company is equal, and here I will use value a, okay, ABC, and again comma. Now I will close this previous output, and now I will save it, and then I will execute it once again. Okay, and here I will add amount. I will add 4,000 and type sale. Okay, now I will click this income button, but still I have any problem. So what can the next problem? So what can the problem? I will see it. So this is our income function. Okay, we are getting amounts, and here select income from finance, and then we are updating it, and also we are committing it, and then are we calling this function? We will see income function, and where is our income button? Okay, this is our income button, but we are not calling here. Sorry, this was the problem. I was missing call function call. Okay, so here I have to use command property, and now I have to call the function self dot income function. Okay, now I will save it, and then again I will execute it. Okay, because we have to call this function, so I have executed it. Now here I will add amount 5,000, type I will enter type sale. Okay, and now I will click income button. Okay, error. So message box has no attribute show info. Okay, sorry, so this is a problem from Tkinter. So here I will close this. Our amount is added successfully, but I have problem in syntax of our show info. Okay, so I will close this, and also I will close this. Okay, and I will close this too. So where is our show info message? Okay, so here I have to use O. Okay, show info, because its type is show info. Okay, so I will save it, and then again I will execute it to show you output. Now I will add 5,000 more or 6,000, and now product sale. Okay, product sales, and I will click income button. Okay, so now 6,000 amount of product sale is added as income. Okay, so it is added as an income. So I will close it, and now I have to make functional this expense button, and after it this audit button. Okay, I will close this, and also I will close this. Okay, so here I have to define another function. So after database function, here I have to define expense function. Okay, and I will pass self as a parameter, and here first I will get this amount from here. So I will copy all this process. Okay, including this. Okay, I will copy this, and then I will paste this here. Okay, and now here I will define else. Okay, else. So if any input field is empty, then we have to print error message. Okay, I will copy this and then I will paste this here. Okay, so now if any input field is empty, then we can print this error message. Okay, and if everything is fine, then we have to use try and catch block. Okay, try and accept block. Okay, try accept. Okay, exception as e. Okay, now I will copy this statement from here. Okay, I will copy this statement and then I will paste this statement after this line. Okay, so now we are dealing with exception, and if everything is fine, then inside this try block I have to call our function, that is database function. Okay, self dot db function, and I will sorry, database function, and next I have to execute a query self dot database function, oh sorry, cursor. Okay, dot execute. Now we have to access execute method and we will execute a query. Okay, select. Okay, now we have to select expense. Okay, expense. So select expense from finance. Okay, finance, where company is equal ABC. Okay, ABC. So this is our query. It will select expense column from our finance table. Okay, so then here we have to get this value in our local variable. So row. Okay, you can use any other name instead of row, and here I will use self dot cursor dot fetch one. So we have to fetch one row. Okay, and here I have to update it. I will use UPD. You can use any other name instead of UPD, and here I have to use row and first index of row, and then I have to add. Okay, uh, this is our previous value in our database, that is still 0, and now we have to add new amount with it. Okay, amount underscore int. Okay, and now I have to execute one more query self dot cursor dot execute, and we have to update again it. Okay, update expense, sorry, we have to update finance. Okay, finance. Okay, and then we have to set expense. Okay, expense, and then update finance set expense, and here I have to use placeholder. Okay, so this is placeholder. It will be replaced with UPD or value in UPD variable. Okay, and here I have to use where clause. Okay, where, and then where company, sorry, here I have to use company. Okay, not compans, this is company. Okay, and where here I have to use company. Okay, is equal, and here I will use ABC. Okay, so now update finance set expense, and now we will add or insert new value in this column with name expense, where company is ABC. Okay, so now I have to set commit. Okay, self dot connection dot commit, sorry, commit. So I have committed it. I will remove this. Okay, and next here I have to print message. Okay, so tk dot message. Okay, box dot show info, and here I have to set title success and then formatting string, and here I will use uh, string. I have written it here. Okay, so yes, I will copy this. Okay, and then I will paste this here. Okay, so I will paste here, and now I will change this, okay, as expense. Okay, expense. So here this message will be printed, that amount, total amount will be printed. Okay, amount of TP, it is TP or type, it is type of amount is added as expense. Okay, and then we have to close the connection. So here I will use self dot connection dot close. Okay, so it will be closed. So next, okay, now it is enough, and now I have to call this function when our expense button will be clicked. Okay, so this is expense button. Here I will use command property and then self dot expense function. Okay, so now I will save it and then I will execute it. So now I will add amount 5,000. Okay, and type, so salary. Okay, salary expenses I can add 50,000. Okay, so salary expenses. Okay, and then I will click this expense button. So Tkinter has no attribute message box. I think I have problem and syntax. Okay, so what is problem, I will see, and this problem is here. Okay, so I will type it once again. Okay, tk dot message box. Okay, okay, I will try once again. So now I will execute it. Okay, add amount 1,000. Okay, type sell and expense. Okay, now this is perfect. 1,000 amount of sell is added as expense. Okay, so I think this was any uh, syntax problem, so that was we were facing that problem. Okay, now this is 1,000 amount of salary is added as expense. Okay, so now I have to make functional this edit button. Okay, when this edit button will be clicked, then we have to insert, or even we can insert these values when our income button will be clicked, our expense button will be clicked, and when our audit button will be clicked, then we will insert information in this table. Okay, so I will close this, and also I will close this, and now here in our first function, that was income function. Okay, so here I will call this message box, sorry, not message box, here I have to call uh, our table. Okay, but first I have to call tab function, self dot tab function. Okay, and then here I will delete previous information in our table. So self dot table. Okay, and then table dot delete. Now we have to delete information from our table. So self dot table. Okay, dot get children. Okay, so in this way we are getting all information from our table, and then we are deleting it. Okay, so next I have to execute one more query. So self dot cursor dot execute. Okay, and here I will execute all query, select query. Okay, select all from name of our table, that is finance. Okay, where company is, sorry, company equal, okay, ABC. Okay, ABC. So this will select all information of this company where name is ABC. So here you can, if you have more than one companies, then you can get company name by using input field. Okay, then you have to create one more input field. But I have only one company, that's why here I am passing static value. Okay, so I have to select this. Now I have to fetch this data in a local variable with name data. Okay, so you can use any different name. So here I have to fetch this row. So self dot cursor dot fetch one. Okay, So this is fetch 1. I will go next. Okay. So now I have to insert this information in our table. Okay. So here I will use self dot table. Okay. Dot. Now I have to insert. So I will call insert function, and then I have to insert first empty space. Okay. And then this is first, and tk dot end. It will return us last existing value, and after this last existing value we have to insert values that exist in our data. Okay. So in the same way I have to execute this process in next function. Okay. So I will copy this. Okay. And then I will paste this here. Okay. So here I will paste this here. Okay. So now I will save it, and then I will execute it. Okay. I will save and then I will execute, and now I will add amount. Okay. So amount 5,000 or 6,000. Okay. And here type, I will define type. For example, this is sale type. Okay. I will click this income button. 6,000 amount of sale is added as income. I will click OK. Now here you can see this is company ABC. It is its expense. Okay. Income. This is expense, and balance is still 0 because still we have to calculate it. Okay. And in the same way, here I will use purchase. Okay. Purchase. For example, we are purchasing anything, then here this is our expense. I will click expense. Okay. 6,000 of purchase is added as expense. I will click OK. Now here you can see this is another information. Okay. So now expense is 14,000. Okay. Now we have to make functional this audit button. Okay. I will close this, and also I will close this. Okay. So now I have to define another function. So I will go next, and here I have to define a function by using def keyword, and here this is our audit function. Okay. Audit function, I will pass self as a parameter. I will go to next line. Okay. And here I will start code of this function. Okay. So now I have to get total expense, and then I have to get total income, and then we have to perform some calculation. In this way we will able to print our audit. Okay. So here I will use try block, and then accept block. Okay. So accept exception. Okay. Exception. So here I will use as E. Okay. And now I will copy this statement from here. Okay. And then I will paste it right there. Okay. So if everything is fine, then we will go inside try block, and here I will call database function self.db function. Sorry, db function. Okay. And next I have to execute query. So query is self.cursor. Okay. Dot execute. So now I will execute query that select. Okay. Select. Now we have to select income. Okay. Income. Then we have to select expense. Okay. Expense. Okay. Expense. And we have to, or I can say that select all. Okay. So I think this is enough, because first we have to select income, expense, and audit. Okay. Audit or balance. Sorry. Name of column was balance. Okay. Balance. So here I will use from name of table was finance. Okay. Where company is equal ABC. Okay. ABC. So now I have to execute this query. Then we have to retrieve these values in different variables. Okay. So first I have to fetch So I will declare a variable data and then self dot cursor dot I will fetch one row. Okay, fetch one, and now I will assign these values to our local variable income. For this is our local variable, and I have to assign first index of data to this local variable. For example, this is data, and here I have to define first index because we have uh, income in first index of this data. Okay, so next in expense, okay, I will use second index. Okay, this is second index, and in the same way expense, okay, sorry, audit, okay, and we have audit in our, okay, but I think we do not need for our balance, okay, because still we have to get income and expense, then we have to calculate our audit. Okay, so I will remove balance from this query, and also I will remove this. Okay, so now I have to calculate this audit. Okay, so I have to declare audit variable, and now I have to distract expense from our income. Okay, total income. So income exists in our inc variable, and we have to distract expense from income. Okay, expense. Okay, and then we are assigning this product to our audit variable. Okay, and we have to assign this value to our this balance column in our table. Okay, so here I will use self, okay, dot cursor, okay, self dot cursor dot execute. Now we have to execute. Okay, so now I have to update our uh, balance column in our table. Okay, so here I will use update. Okay, we have to update finance. Okay, finance table. Okay, and we have to set update finance set, and we have to set our balance column. Okay, balance, here I have to use placeholder that will be replaced with audit variable. Okay, and then here I have to add some more uh, statement. For example, where clause. Okay, where company is equal, and here I will use ABC. Okay, so this is added, and now I have to commit it. Okay, so self dot connection dot commit. Okay, so I have committed this. Okay, now this is fine. So after this I have to insert this information in our table that exists in our detail frame. Okay, so here I will call function self dot data, sorry, table function, tab function. Okay, tab function, and then here I have to delete information, or even I can copy this code from here. Okay, as you can see, I can copy this from here. Okay, and then I will paste it right here. Okay, I will paste it here. So now I will set the position. Okay, I will set it here, and also I will set it here. Now we are calling tab function, and we are deleting previous information in our table. Okay, then here we are selecting all from our table that exist in our database, and then we are inserting this value to our table. Okay, so I think I should change this name because I am using this data here. Okay, now I should remove this data from here, and I will use here rows. Okay, or info. I will set info. Also here I will use info. Okay, so now I will call this function when our audit button will be clicked. Okay, so I will call this here. Where is our audit button? So this is our audit button, and here I will use command property. Okay, and now I will use self. Okay, dot audit function. Okay, so now I will save it and then I will execute it to show you output. Okay, so now this is our output. Okay, so now we have to calculate total audit. Okay, so now I can click audit button, and here you can see income is 17,000, expenses are 14,000, and our balance is 3,000. Okay, so even we can print message that our company is in loss or our company is in uh, profit. Okay, so I can add this functionality in our project. I will close this and also I will close this. Okay, and here I will go inside our audit function. So here after this commit method, okay, here I will use another trick. Okay, so now I have to set condition that if, okay, here I have to use if audit. Okay, if audit is greater than, okay, 0. If audit is greater than 0, then our company is in profit. Okay, so here I will use tk message box. Okay, tk dot message box dot show info. Okay, show info. Here I will use success. Okay, or information. Here I should type information. Okay, information, and then here I will use comma, and no, I will print message. Sorry, this should info. Okay, info. So information, and here I will print message that company or organization is in profit. Okay, company is in profit. Okay, profit. And if, or here I can say that if audit is less than 0. Okay, so here I can say if, else if, sorry, else if, okay, audit is less than 0, then we will print message. So here I will copy this, okay, from here, and then I will paste this here. Okay, so now I will print message that company is in loss. Okay, so here I will print company is in loss. Okay, so this message will be printed, and then we will show all information. Okay, now I will save it and then I will execute it. Okay, so here I will maximize it, and now I will click audit, and now here company is in profit. I will click OK. Now here we can see total income, total expense, and total balance. Now balance is 3,000. That's why our company is in profit. But here I will increase expenses. Okay, so I will add 5,000. Okay, and now here I will type salary or expenses or purchasing. Okay, purchases. Okay, and now I will click expense button. Okay, so 5,000 amount of purchases is added as expense. So now I will click OK. Okay, so here our audit is still, balance is still 3,000. Okay, it will be updated when we will click audit button. Okay, so now I will click audit button, and here you can see company is in loss. Okay, now company is in loss. I will click OK, and now we can see that loss is how much. Okay, now 2,000 is our company loss. Okay, so if I add 5,000 as income, so for example, this is our budget or anything else. So here I can say profit. Okay, profit. This is our any profit. So now I will add this 5,000 profit as a income. Okay, I will add income. Okay, now it is added, and then I will click edit button. Okay, now when I will click edit button, now company is in again profit. Okay, so now it is in profit. I will click OK, and now we will see that what will happen if our balance is 3000. Okay, because our company is in profit. Okay, so when we will try to skip any input field, then what will happen? I will click income and now fill all input fields. Okay, so now everything is working fine. Okay, so this was all about finance management system in Python Tkinter with MySQL database. I hope this video will be very helpful and easy to understand for you. If you like the video, then please share with your friends and class fellows. And if you have not subscribed our YouTube channel, then please subscribe our YouTube channel right now. Thank you.